If you are looking for a holiday where you can explore untouched rainforests teeming with rare wildlife, relax on beautiful beaches with crystal clear waters, and admire the unique colonial architecture, you might not immediately think of Equatorial Guinea. This small Central African nation is often overlooked, and by some accounts, it is the world's sixth least visited country. Let's explore why. The country has a population of less than 1 million people, but it has a lot of valuable oil and gas fields. This means that the country's annual income per person is around $22,300. £14,500, which is similar to Portugal's. However, more than 3/4 of the people in the country live in poverty. Compared to other countries in the region, Equatorial Guinea has a low rate of serious crime, and there have been few cases where foreign citizens required consular assistance. However, there has been a recent increase in robberies of people traveling by taxi, particularly in Malabo and Bath. There have been reports of serious robbery and assault incidents in minibuses in Bath, so you have to avoid taxis with strangers, especially at night, and be aware of the safety of your valuables and money. If your hotel room has a safe, it is recommended to store your belongings there. Minor thefts affecting both visitors and the local population are also regularly reported. To ensure your safety, take reasonable precautions such as not wearing jewelry in public places and avoiding isolated or poorer areas of the city. You cannot walk in Malabo and Bath at night, and traveling on roads after dark should also be avoided. The country has a tropical climate with high temperatures, heavy rainfall, and heavy cloud cover throughout most of the year. The variations in climate are due to differences in altitude and proximity to the sea. The continental region experiences wet seasons from February to June and from September to December, with more precipitation on the coast than on land. In Bath, the rainiest months are September, October, and November, while in Mykomasang, the annual rainfall is less than 1,500 mm. Temperatures are relatively constant throughout the year, averaging around 26 degrees Celsius. The dry season in Bioko lasts from November to March, while the rest of the year experiences rainfall. The average annual temperature ranges from mid to 25 degrees Celsius, with little variation throughout the year. Afternoons can reach temperatures of 32 degrees Celsius, while nights can drop to 21 degrees Celsius. If you plan to visit Equatorial Guinea, it is essential to be prepared for the hot sun. You have to stock up on sunscreen and other sun protection products to ensure your skin is protected from the sun's harmful rays. Equatorial Guinea is a country with endemic tropical diseases, such as malaria and typhoid fever. To protect yourself from these diseases, you may have to follow your doctor's preventive measures and use mosquito repellents every time you plan to leave the city for wilder areas. If you experience any malaria symptoms, such as feeling unwell, fever, diarrhea, or vomiting, it is best to go to a medical center for a checkup. Early detection and treatment of these diseases are crucial, as they can become fatal if left untreated. Hospital facilities on Bioko Island and in the continental region are well prepared for these types of diseases and are quite effective in their treatment. The roads in Malabo, the capital of Equatorial Guinea, are mostly paved, and the country has a relatively good infrastructure compared to neighboring countries. However, there are many old roads in the countryside, and heavy rainfall can cause some issues. Nevertheless, rain does not usually render any major road impractical. Taxis are available in Malabo and Bata, with fares starting from 500 FCFA and 300 FCFA respectively. However, tourists should be cautious, as some illegal taxi drivers may charge higher prices. To avoid this, you would have to negotiate the fare before starting the journey. Additionally, taxi rides may be shared with other passengers, which is a common practice in Equatorial Guinea. Minibuses are another option for transportation within the cities, but they may not always be the safest or most reliable choice. They are often crowded, and their routes may not be clear. As vans are the cheapest form of transport in Equatorial Guinea, many locals use them. If you prefer exclusive transportation, you may want to consider renting a car with a driver who can be at your disposal 24 hours a day. This option can provide greater flexibility and comfort, especially for tourists who want to explore the country's less accessible areas. You may have to travel overland along the Atlantic coast of Africa from Angola to Cameroon. Like many others, you have to go through the country's difficult bureaucracy to get a visa. The government has said that they have made the visa process simpler this year as they try to make the economy less dependent on oil. People's perceptions are also a problem. Earlier, when there was an Ebola outbreak in West Africa, many people became worried. Even though the outbreak only seriously affected 3 countries, it caused a decrease in the number of visitors to other countries thousands of miles away, such as Kenya and Tanzania. Some people have doubts about going to Ethiopia as well. That is why people need to be better informed about Africa, because it is a huge continent. The way that the media often focuses on negative stories about Africa and ignores positive ones has led to frustration among many people. In the past, this also led to a hashtag on Twitter called #TheAfrica the media never shows you. According to Ruby Audi, who is from Ghana and started the Hip Africa website, there is often a focus on only certain types of tourism in Africa. People either think of expensive safaris or backpackers who want to experience poverty. Audi started her website to challenge these stereotypes. On the other hand, countries like Equatorial Guinea are not very popular with tourists because they are not well known. It is believed that if more people knew about these countries, they would be interested in visiting them. But a country that used to be very closed off is now trying to attract more tourists. This is important because tourism is becoming more popular, and not just for people who want to go on safaris or travel cheaply. The good thing about this country is that it is not crowded with tourists yet, because it used to be ruled by a dictatorship for many years. Even though this country is mostly known for a failed attempt to take over the government by Mark Thatcher and Simon Mann, and for the Obiang family, who have been in power since 1968 and have spent a lot of money, there are many interesting things to see and do for adventurous travelers. While places like Bali, Thailand, and the Caribbean might come to mind first, Equatorial Guinea has a lot to offer for those willing to venture off the beaten path. There are some incredibly isolated beaches in the country that make you feel like Indiana Jones. The money from oil has been used to build impressive things, including an impressive mini Dubai being built in the middle of the jungle, near the president's birthplace. Visitors can see western lowland gorillas, forest elephants, and a variety of sea wildlife that is unique to the area. There is a new cathedral, and plans are being made for an opera house and a new presidential palace. The infrastructure in Equatorial Guinea is described as fantastic by Scafidi. It is the only Spanish-speaking country in Africa and is unique in many ways. Its islands were once a major hub for the slave trade and international commerce, resulting in a mix of European and West African influences. For example, on Corisco Island, there are ruins from Spanish missionaries, French architecture, and bottles of German gin from the 1800s that are still untouched on the sand. Unlike in most countries where organized tour groups would exploit such sites, visitors to Equatorial Guinea can enjoy these attractions with only the locals for company. The waterfalls are the tallest in the nation at more than 155 miles. It's a Jungle Book adventure to get there. This is a site you should not miss if you enjoy discovering new routes. Hire a local guide to accompany you as you journey through this amazing jungle after arriving in the city of Mocha. In addition to offering a unique and authentic travel experience, tourism also provides a direct means of support for many impoverished locals. Moreover, tourism can also play a significant role in supporting the local economy and providing direct benefits to many impoverished locals. By visiting Equatorial Guinea and spending money on local businesses and services, tourists can contribute to the country's development and help improve the lives of its people. With that said, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. And if you found this content helpful, give the video a like. See you in the next video. Till then, take care.